searing heat, it has not backed down at all. We have a heat advisory still in effect today until 7 o'clock. Same goes for tomorrow. We'll have another heat advisory from noon to 7. Feels like temperatures in the afternoon can easily get above 110 degrees, much like how it is right now. Feels like above 110 even at 5 p.m. So we do have another scorching hot day on the way. Luckily, this pattern does start to break this weekend. That will increase our rain chances and it will bring the heat down to a more tolerable level by Sunday. And then next week, we kind of stick with more average summertime heat, average summertime pattern, which means daily shower and storm chances, which we have not really seen the last few days. And right now, evidenced by radar, nothing going on. There have been some stray showers happening in Terrebonne Parish, though most of us have stayed dry, and that's how we'll stay the rest of tonight. Mainly clear skies, a couple scattered clouds, but you notice the showers that started just south of Houma pretty much winding down. So not much by way of rainfall expected tonight. Really not much tomorrow again either. Temperatures right now still sitting in the mid and upper 90s. We'll stay in the 90s over the next hour or two, and then we'll be in the 80s the rest of tonight under mostly clear skies. We don't cool down, of course. We're getting used to that at this point, but the body doesn't like to be dealing with this heat. Make sure you're still staying hydrated and drinking lots of fluids. If you have to work outside tomorrow, remember to take as many breaks as you can. If you feel kind of sick, just take care of yourself, because again, tomorrow the heat doesn't back down. Our high temperatures can get into the mid and upper 90s. Lots of sunshine, hot and humid, of course, maybe a stray shower or storm, though not much. I have about a 10% chance for tomorrow. Much like today, high temperatures can easily get into the mid and upper 90s, maybe 98 New Orleans, 99 in Covington, getting close to triple digits, probably seeing record challenging, maybe record breaking heat for parts of the area. Much like today, we tied an old record today. We hit a high of 98 degrees already. There might have been a time it went above that. We'll have to see. It's not an official record just yet, so we'll watch that. But nonetheless, it's going to be sizzling hot throughout tomorrow. Heat index values much of the same as today, around 108 to 112 in the afternoon. It's going to be blistering hot, lots of sunshine, but luckily our upper pattern is going to change. It will finally allow this heat dome to shift to the west over the desert southwest and move away from us. Then we'll see a trough kind of coming over the eastern United States. That will allow for our rain and storm chances to increase Saturday and Sunday. But as for the rest of tonight, mostly dry. Tomorrow, kind of the same deal. Lots of sunshine, some scattered cloud cover, maybe a stray shower or storm south of the lake tomorrow afternoon, though really not expecting much. If you do have weekend plans, this is when the changes are coming. It's still going to be very hot and humid Saturday because the scattered rain and storms won't arrive until the afternoon. And we can see some steady and soaking rain, which can lead to some isolated street flooding later in the day Saturday. This is Saturday evening as well. And then going into Sunday, more widespread rain and storm coverage. With that pattern change, we have a weak front that's going to sag into our area, really allowing for showers and storms to get fired up for much of the day Sunday. So Sunday is probably going to be the wetter of the 2 days. You can see some rounds of heavy rain, possibly some isolated street flooding concerns we'll be watching for, especially if you'll be out and about, and a couple storms might be able to give us some brief gusty winds. Quick look at the tropics. Not much has changed. We're still talking about Tropical Storm Don. Not going to pose any threat to any land areas, but it's still this tropical wave we've been watching now for the last day. Still only a 20% chance for development in the next week from the National Hurricane Center. That has not changed in the last day. The reason why it hasn't and the reason why it's so low, there's still a ton of dust out in the Atlantic Ocean, so that will help really limit development chances. We'll be watching this as it moves west towards the Lesser Antilles early next week. It looks like models are kind of keeping this development pretty limited, so it's not really going to blow up, but it looks like a moisture surge can head towards the Lesser Antilles next week. We'll watch that long-term area to watch. 7-day forecast, temperatures returning back to average next week.
Alexa, thank you so much. A new exhibit